welcome back to my channel. So first of all, have you realized how consistent I've tried to be this past month? Let's take a minute to just... So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my best buys for 2022, things I did not regret buying at all, things that if I needed again, I would purchase again. Number one is my TV stand. So I had a white TV stand. Hopefully I still have the image here and I'll insert it. I ended up auctioning it on my Instagram stories and I replaced it with the TV stand that I have now. The reason why I did that swap was my initial TV stand was white. So when I first moved into this place, I was like, white furniture, who this? So my desk is white. I had a white shelf. I had a white TV stand, and quickly I started to realize that if you live in a place, actually, generally, if you live in Nairobi can be a bit dusty. So the kind of paint that is used on these surfaces, the dust tends to stick on the paint, for lack of a better term. So I tried everything. I tried baking soda and vinegar. I tried using just soapy water or detergent to clean, and it got to a point it wouldn't get clean to the extent that I need it to be. So I was like, let me just swap out white furniture. It's not for me and the area that I live in. Let me get a black one, and I've been loving it. I'm not going to get rid of my desk. I'm probably going to paint it black because overall I love the desk. And I think that I can get away with just painting it black and swapping out a few things here and then I'll be good. Because it's not sustainable for me to keep swapping furniture like that unless I really need to. So I'm going to start with the house stuff and then transition to other categories. Other thing was my couch. So I got an additional couch. Previously, I only had an L seat because that's what I could afford, and then it got to a point where also when people would come over, it felt like we're all squeezing on that L seat. So I got an additional seat, which is like a totally different color. I'm still gauging how I feel about those two things not being the same color, and I'll insert a video here. But for now, it works. I love the couch itself. I feel like that's not a piece I'm ever going to get rid of. It will just transition into other spaces because it's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful burnt orange. I never thought for the life of me that I would like bright colored furniture. Okay, it's not so bright, but like for what I would ordinarily buy, my mom saw it and she was like, wow, you're into color now. And I was like, no, it's not really color. It's muted-ish, but it's a really nice burnt orange. Another thing that was an absolute good discovery for me was these candles from Thailand Carpet Center, Tack Store. Wow. Okay, this is a bit dusty. First of all, I decided last year, but actually it was 2021 that I decided that I want to try out candles and see if this whole thing is a thing, and I did, and I liked them. But candles can be very expensive here in Nairobi, especially online. Tack Store is selling candles from even as low as 700 shillings, which to me is a steal because other pages will be selling them for double. I understand that a lot of these pages are small businesses, so like the mechanics of producing the candles are probably more hectic, so they have to up their prices, but like for me, I'm all about saving my coins, especially because it does the job. It smells good. It doesn't, like, it burns okay. I love that somehow it burns evenly, and that for me was great. So that discovery was great. I love the candle. It smells so good, and it's much more, I don't know if the word is potent. I think the word is potent. It's a little bit more potent than other candles that I've interacted with, or even just as potent as other candles I've interacted with. So yeah, that's a really great buy for me. Another thing is my Bluetooth speaker. Like, if you see me wiping anything, it's just dust because my house can get pretty dusty. Yeah, so I got this Bluetooth speaker, this small one, from Aliexpress. Now, before you go on Aliexpress and buy a Bluetooth speaker, just know that electronics are a hit or miss on that platform. Surprisingly, this was a hit. The only downside is that you can't adjust volume on this thing, so you have to adjust the volume on your device, so your phone or wherever it is that you're playing, or your laptop if that's where you're playing music from. So I like to listen to some music or a podcast when I'm working, and this kind of decentralizes the sound away from my phone. I like how it sounds in the room, and that like the room is engulfed to that sound. Another thing that I don't regret buying is my power bank. I got this one from Miniso. I have never bought a bad power bank from Miniso before, and I say this not that I've bought many from Miniso. I just realized how that sounds. I've not bought many of these. I bought my dad one as a gift, and I think it's still holding up well. And the rest of my family members also have power banks from Miniso, and they're holding up pretty well. So this is a good buy for me. I like how compact and portable it is. Sometimes I see power banks that like double this size, and I'm like, I'm not trying to carry around another phone, you know. Another really good buy for me was my Spotify subscription. Now, before, I used to be those people who don't want to spend money on subscriptions at all, but I think my Spotify and my Netflix subscriptions are things that I have used quite a bit. Spotify specifically, I listen to a lot of podcasts and quite a bit of music. So for me, that I think it's about 300 Kenya shillings or 380 thereabout every month for me has become less of a problem. Before I used to be like, but now when I really think about it, it's not that bad. Like listening to music, because listening to music with interrupted ads is very annoying. It's so annoying. So, you know, it's not a bad buy. For me, it's a good buy because I use it quite a bit. Ooh, let's go to wardrobe. So one of my favorite buys is my Series Studio trousers. Now, like the Spotify subscription, this is not something I would have spent money on, but I really wanted some good tailored palazzo pants, and I spent some money and got them. They are not cheap. Yeah, well, to me they're not cheap. To other people maybe, but yeah, they are not cheap. But I'm hoping to never have to buy, or to not have to buy pants of the same kind in a while. I also needed pants that were easy, that I could wear casually. I could dress up, I could dress down, and that were just black. Another favorite thing is my camel coat. Oh, it's so good. I love it. I bembeleza it. Like I try to take care of it because I don't want it to wear out or to get spoiled or to get ruined. And I think I have a picture of myself in it here, but there's probably someone else, so I'll like blur them. Yeah, but I love the coat. It is so warm. It's neutral. I can wear it with almost everything in my wardrobe. Perfection. Also got a coat from Aliexpress. My only bone of contention with this thing is that I feel like I should have spent less money on it. It was too expensive. If you ask me, I'll insert a picture of it here. But it does the job. I've worn it so many times already. I like to wear it a lot. So when it's hot, on hot days, you can wear it in the evening and be comfortable. And on colder, cooler days, it also keeps you warm. Does that make any sense? Definitely gotten a lot of wear from it, and it's a buy that I'm happy about, and I think it's one of my best buys. So now this is lifestyle. One of the things that I'm so happy I spent money on, or I bought, was my trip to Kilifi. I'd never been to Kilifi before. It was kind of a solo trip. I'll say kind of because I spent a lot of time with my friend. I went with her from Nairobi to Kilifi, so it was not really a solo trip. It was more solo coming back, but it was a very interesting experience. I would love to do more of that. That was one thing I was like, yes, money spent well. Experiences and gigs, I would love to do more of that this year, whether I spend money on them or not, but I would love to spend more time doing that. That for me was also great. There's not a single music event that I attended that I regretted attending. Yeah, so I want to do more of that in 2023. My Philips hair straightener, let me see if it's in good shape. My hairs are all over this thing, so defer judgment. It's yet to be cleaned. Actually, let me try to do something right now, because wow. My only challenge with this straightener is actually how to clean it, because it's an electronic. I can't dip it in water. Yeah, because it's an electronic, I can't dip it in water. Now that makes me wonder how I'm supposed to clean it, but I think with some research I can get some solid answers on how to clean it properly, because also using hair tools that are not clean on your hair is hazardous. So I do need to figure out. Okay, well, hazardous is a big word, but like, it's gross, so that's number one. Number two, and this happened when I did an aloe vera treatment and I didn't do it properly, so there ended up being some drama here on my thing. But I feel like, I'll do it from here so that you can see how icky it is. But yeah, this has been one of my best buys. It has saved me quite some time, some energy going to the salon, trying to explain to people what to do, what not to do with my hair. I prefer to do it on my own. It saved me cash. This was a very pocket intensive, okay, not very, but those amounts when you tell someone you spent on a hair thing and they're just like, wait, are you serious with your life? Yeah, that's how it felt to me. But the way I use it and utilize it, I have no regrets whatsoever. It is one of my best spends. I hope it lasts me a long time, because hair tools tend to break down on somebody. But yeah, this was actually a really good buy for 2022, and I have zero regrets about it. If you've been thinking about it and you want to spend less money and time at the salon like I do, this is a good buy. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that was a really good buy. Yeah, the rest are just regular schmegular. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.